In Chapter 8, we began our discussion of statistical inference. It introduced the reasons for and the methods of sampling. This chapter considers several important aspects of sampling. We'll begin by studying point estimates as a way of studying a population, and then extend this to a more informative approach to estimating a population parameter using a confidence interval estimate. In Chapter 9, we're going to define the terms point estimate and confidence interval estimate, and construct a confidence interval estimate for the population mean when the population standard deviation is known or unknown. We'll also learn how to construct a confidence interval estimate for a population proportion. We're going to look at how sample size is determined in estimating a population proportion or a population mean. In Chapter 1, we were introduced to the concept of sampling versus census. We learned that in studying a characteristic of a population, oftentimes taking a random sample from a population is sufficient to understand and estimate the population characteristic. Sampling is a good alternative to the census for cost, time, and practicality considerations. Results from sampling are usually adequate. A numeric value computed from a sample is called a statistic. It's also known as a point estimate. A point estimate is used to estimate a population value, some parameter. For example, a sample mean x bar is a point estimate of the population mean mu. A sample standard deviation S is a point estimate of the population standard deviation sigma, and a sample proportion P is a point estimate of the population proportion pi.